Before your birthday, hear the truth hidden in my heart, not the truth I hide behind smiles, not the truth I bury beneath polite conversations, not the truth I disguise as friendship when people are watching, the real truth, the truth that has followed me through countless nights, through silent prayers, through sunsets and sunrises that arrived, carrying your name before your birthday comes, before another year places more distance between who we were and who we have become. I need the stars to witness what I have never been brave enough to say. You changed me, not with grand gestures, not with promises, just by being yourself. You entered my life quietly, yet somehow your presence became louder than every fear I carried. Before I met you, the world felt ordinary. The sky was just the sky. The moon was just the moon. The stars were simply lights scattered across darkness. Then you arrived, and suddenly everything meant something. Every sunset became a message. Every breeze became a memory. Every night became a conversation between my heart and the heavens. Before your birthday, hear this truth. I loved you long before I admitted it to myself. My heart recognized you before my mind understood what was happening. It happened slowly. A smile here, a conversation there, a moment that seemed insignificant to everyone else. Yet those moments built a home inside me, brick by brick, memory by memory, hope by hope, until one day I realized that thoughts of you occupied places I never intended to share, and by then it was already too late because love had arrived quietly, completely, irreversibly. Before your birthday, hear another truth. I never wanted perfection. I never asked for a fairy tale. I never expected a life without challenges. All I wanted was a chance to stand beside you, a chance to create memories together, a chance to prove that loyalty still exists in a world full of temporary feelings. But life does not always offer chances to those who desire them most. Sometimes it offers lessons instead, and perhaps you became mine. The lesson that taught me how deeply a heart can feel, the lesson that taught me patience, the lesson that taught me that some people leave fingerprints on the soul. Before your birthday, hear the truth hidden in every prayer I prayed for your happiness, even on days when I was the reason for my own sadness. I prayed for your peace even when my heart felt restless. I prayed for your success even when I felt lost. Because real love does not disappear when circumstances become difficult. It continues wishing well for the person it loves, even from a distance, even in silence, even when nobody notices. Before your birthday, I must confess something. There were nights when I imagined telling you everything, every feeling, every fear, every dream, every hope. I imagined sitting beneath a sky full of stars, finally speaking the words my heart had carried for so long. But courage is strange. It appears when it is not needed and disappears when it matters most. So the words remain trapped, living inside poems, living inside prayers, living inside the spaces between heartbeats, hidden in my silence. Silence does not mean I stopped caring. Silence does not mean I forgot. Silence does not mean the story became meaningless. Sometimes silence simply means love has matured beyond explanation. It no longer demands attention. It no longer seeks recognition. It simply exists, steady, patient, faithful, like a star, continuing to shine, even when nobody is looking. Before your birthday, I want to thank you. Thank you for every memory. Thank you for every smile. Thank you for every lesson disguised as a heartbreak. Thank you for showing me parts of myself I never knew existed. Because of you, I learned that vulnerability is not weakness. Because of you, I learned that hope can survive disappointment. Because of you, I learned that the heart is capable of carrying both joy and sorrow at the same time. Before your birthday, hear this final truth. If life grants me 1,000 futures, there will always be a version of my heart that remembers you, not with regret, not with bitterness, not with anger, but with gratitude, because some people become part of our destiny, even if they do not become part of our forever. Some people arrive to transform us, to awaken us, to teach us, to leave us stronger than they found us. And perhaps that is what you were, a blessing, a lesson, a chapter written beautifully enough to be remembered long after it ends. So before your birthday arrives, before the candles are lit, before the wishes are made, before another year begins its journey, hear the truth hidden in my Heart, you were loved more than you knew, more than I ever said, more than words will ever fully explain. And if the stars carry messages across the heavens, then tonight I hope they carry this one too. You, may your days be filled with peace. May your dreams find their way home. May your heart always know its worth, and may happiness follow you wherever life leads. Because no matter where time takes us, that is the wish hidden inside my heart, the wish I never stopped making, the wish I never needed a birthday candle to believe in, the wish that still shines quietly, even after all. This time, some feelings remain unchanged. Some memories still visit me without warning. A familiar song, a quiet evening, a passing breeze, and suddenly you are everywhere, not beside me, but within every corner of my heart. The years may pass, the seasons may change, the roads may separate, yet some souls leave traces that time cannot erase. I still remember the dreams we never lived, the words we never spoke, the moments we never shared, the future we never reached, yet somehow they remain alive inside my imagination. Sometimes I look at the moon and wonder if it still carries my wishes toward you, if it still guards the secrets I never told, if it still remembers the promises I made in silence, and if one day fate allows our paths to cross, I will not ask for explanations. I will not ask what happened. I will simply smile and say, thank you for being part of my story, because some people become forever and some people become poetry. You became poetry, and every line I write still carries a piece of you. The night still knows my secrets. The stars still hear my prayers. The moon still guards the memories I never shared. Sometimes I wonder whether destiny smiled when we met or whether it was already preparing our goodbye. I never found the answer. Perhaps some questions are meant to remain unanswered. Perhaps some stories are meant to live forever between hope and silence. There were countless nights when I looked toward the sky, searching for signs, searching for reasons, searching for anything that could explain why my heart chose you out of billions of people, out of endless faces, out of countless possibilities. It was always you, Always your smile, always your voice, always your presence. Even when distance grew larger, even when time moved forward, even when reality stood against every dream I carried, my heart still recognized your name. There are memories I cannot abandon, not because I refuse to let go, but because they became part of who I am. Every laugh we shared, every moment I waited for your message, every second spent wondering whether you thought about me too. The world called them ordinary moments. To me, they were treasures, treasures hidden inside the passing years. Sometimes I imagine another version of our story, a version where fear never existed, a version where distance never mattered, a version where hearts were enough. In that version, we never said goodbye. In that version, every sunset ended with us together. In that version, every dream found its way home. But life chose a different path, and so I walked it, carrying memories like lanterns through darkness, carrying hope like a fragile flame, carrying your name inside silent prayers. The stars watched everything. They watched me grow stronger. They watched me grow older. They watched me learn that love is not measured by possession. It is measured by sincerity, by patience, by loyalty, by the willingness to wish happiness for someone, even when that happiness does not include you. And perhaps that is the hardest lesson of all, to love deeply, yet release gently, to remember fondly, yet continue walking, to keep the beauty while accepting the ending. Still, on certain nights when the sky is unusually quiet, I find myself speaking to the stars again. I tell them about the dreams I never stopped carrying. I tell them about the chapters I never finished. I tell them about the person who became both my greatest happiness and my greatest lesson. And the stars listen patiently, just as they always have. And the stars listen patiently, just as they always have. Perhaps they understand what it means to shine from afar, to be seen yet never touched, to be admired yet never held. Sometimes you remind me of them, beautiful, distant, unreachable, yet somehow capable of lighting entire worlds. I used to believe that love was about arriving, about reaching the destination, about finally holding the hand that haunted every dream. But now I understand something different. Sometimes love is the journey itself, the waiting, the hoping, the growing, the becoming. Sometimes the heart learns more from the road than from the arrival, and my heart has traveled far through nights filled with questions, through mornings filled with longing, through years filled with memories. There were moments when I thought I had finally forgotten, days when your name remained silent, weeks when your memory slept peacefully, months when life felt lighter. Then suddenly, without warning, a single memory would awaken everything. A familiar phrase, a familiar smile, a familiar song. And there you were again, walking through the corridors of my heart as though you had never left. Time